Okay, so just in case, because I don't know if this is just a car that mom gave you that you're trying to get by until you can get another one, or whatever. If it is, great. Then you kind of can nurse it and get as much out of it as you can. If it's just something that you're just pacifying till you get something, I wouldn't put a whole lot into it. But if it's something that you think you've kind of put some money into now, and it's worth kind of keeping as your daily for a while, because it's got little things here and there, but it can get you by. I've cleaned this up so that I can watch for oil leaks if you happen to, want to address this stuff. So basically, I've taken and I've cleaned the oil pan where it meets the engine, and the timing cover area. There's your new tensioner and your new idler pulley up there. But for the most part, I've cleaned this bottom half fairly well. And then I came around the side here and I cleaned. So this is the timing cover, this is the engine, and there's a seam right here that tends to leak. I've cleaned it really well along here. And then on the engine block, despite what it looks like, this was black and completely coated with oil. I cleaned all this down because if it's leaking from up top, you can get all this soaked and it's running down, and you might think that, oh, it's leaking at the oil pan because it's all covered here, when in reality it's a leak up there and you're just cascading down and seeing it. So now, with it cleaned down to a baseline, say you come back in a month or two with something else for me to do, 3 months, whatever, I can kind of look, and if it looks like it's clean up here and wet down here, then I'm going to say oil pan. If it's soaked up here and it looks like it's cascading down, then you can go up and start looking for leaks up above, like the valve cover or this timing cover. I'm pretty sure this timing cover is leaking, and I know that the front seal here on the timing cover is leaking. But now that I've got it cleaned down, you can kind of determine here in a month or so how much it is or is not leaking. I cleaned off the AC pump. I cleaned off the power steering pump pretty well. All this up in here was black and coated. So as you can kind of see through the wheel there on the body, I sprayed through and got it really cleaned up so that you can kind of watch for leaks going forward. Power steering tends to leak at these hoses right here, where there's a seal back behind there that resembles this, and that brown seal back there will leak. It has the same premise up here. There's a seal behind there that will leak. So now it's kind of easier to determine where these leaks are starting and originating from. So I just got it cleaned down really well for you. It's kind of a troubleshooting process. If you bring it back here in a couple months, I can kind of take a peek and verify and see what's going on.